Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning. I'm happy to be out here. This is Leaning In with Ann, walk and talk to you every morning. I am Ann Ferguson. I am an author. I'm a speaker, course creator. I am a grandma. I am passionate about unwinding false beliefs and traditions that we have that are causing us to live in lack and disbelief. And I love to ignite belief in people. So, belief in yourself, belief in God, belief in others, belief in society, belief in your dreams, belief in your wisdom, belief in your power, in not a contentious, angry, nasty way, but just in the most calm, loving, I'm going to rise in my best self kind of way. No shame coaching, no tearing you down so that we can build you back up. I do not believe in that. I believe in what's called mentorship. I am a personal mentor. So that means I walk with people and I hear what they've got to say, hear what they're expressing without shame, without guilt, without making you wrong. Just exploring what would be best. Is that really what you want? And I don't get to say what you want. You get to say what you want, and then I got to help you figure out how to get there. Isn't that cool? I don't have a program like a life coach when I'm doing personal mentoring. I do have a program. There's a course called Igniting Your Belief, where we walk through mindset shifts that cause you to believe in yourself and believe in God and believe in your power and believe in your ability to find your answers, which is really, really the big thing. I'm not a guru. I don't want to find your answers. I do want to teach you how to find your answers. It's really fun. All right. Good morning. We're going to talk today about, we've been talking about money and this walk and talk with money, where we connected to this idea of having a walk and talk and ask money some questions. Here's the questions. Hey, money, what do you need me to know about you? Hey, money, have I hurt you? Hey, money, what do you feel about me? See, what we're doing is we're taking away the narcissistic relationship we have with money, which is do my bidding, barely be grateful. You're supposed to show up for me. You're supposed to make me happy. If you would just do it right, I could be okay. Wow. I've had a narcissistic relationship with money. Well, my friend has said that she would love to have this restart. And so she's been doing it. And then yesterday, I got a message that said, there's an elephant in the room. There's a problem here. That problem is I'm not alone in my relationship with my money because of my husband. And there's some demanding things that happen. She is solely responsible for all of the finances, and the relationship with money on the other side is not great. So she's like, yes, I would love to have a friendship with money, but how do I do this with somebody else? Guys, I love this question so much. I have experienced this. So I was raised with the idea that I needed, as a couple, to combine my money with my husband, to be a team, to not hide anything from each other, and to work together. That is a lovely and divine principle when two people are on the same page. In my situation, I let that happen over and over and over. At one point, like, I was struggling to keep all of the bills afloat, and I was accused of being bad at money. I remember saying one time, like, it doesn't matter how good I am with $50. If we owe 250, there's nothing about being good or wise. I don't have enough. And he was responsible for making the money, and I was responsible. So at one point, it got turned over and said, here, you do the money so you can be aware of what was happening. And then, oh my gosh, did it get bad? our water was shut off, our power was shut off on a regular basis. Kind of the last little kicker for me was when he had been out of town or went out of town for 3 weeks. My car, the fuel pump went out, and it's $1,000 fix. I didn't have the money. Some neighbors actually paid for it because I was alone with 5 kids with no car. And my spouse didn't even call me once in that 3 weeks to see how I was doing. And Mother Bear kicked in. And when Mother Bear kicks in, that's when I'm just going to take over. And I'm no longer connected to this principle of I need to work on money with you. Because, and I'm going to put this in a kind of a different space. I want you to really think of money as a child, as a friend. A lot of you guys know really, really, really toxic people, like really toxic people you've had to leave, get away from, or disconnect. Can you imagine sending your best friend into that toxic relationship, knowing how that works out, and saying, I want you to serve that person. And I want you to get beat up and bruised, used, disrespected, yelled at, but just do it for me. So what happened on my side is I was teaching ballet and I had my own paycheck that would come in. That's how I was supplementing the family's income and trying to keep things going. I would always keep just a little bit aside so I could turn water on if I needed to. But there was something that snapped in me. And I took that paycheck and I went and I opened up a personal account. And then I told my ex, I am no longer depositing this money into the account. Oh my gosh, do you think he got mad? So mad. So mad. Because he was in an abusive relationship with money and was addicted. And it's not like he was spending on lots of crazy things. He refused to see money as a gift. And so poverty is where he wanted us all to sit because he believed that it was noble to live without money. And I couldn't do that anymore. And it was a great, big, huge blow up of a problem between the two of us. And at the same time, I honored myself to have warm showers. I honored myself to have peace. I honored myself and my money and said, you are my friend. And together we can do this, and I will let you bless my life. There are some situations where this is extremely difficult, but I want to set up the boundaries here. There are some of you who have relationships in which there is mental illness, physical illness, other kinds of things. That does not give the right of the person who is ill to mistreat you. So let me explain. If, let's say, so I know someone whose husband has bipolar disorder. That's not something that he created. It's not something that he's like, oh, great, I'm going to have this mental illness. It's something that his body does chemically, right? As long as he is taking the medication that's prescribed, eating the things that are needed to keep him balanced, using the tools and the skills that a therapist gives him or other professionals who help manage that. And if he's using his wife to say, I acknowledge that there's a thing and that I do a thing, and I'm giving you the right to say, babe, you're doing the thing. Do you want me and the kids to leave? Or do you want to go somewhere where you're not near us because you're kind of dangerous when you're there? Okay, allowing that partnership when there's an explosion, it is just the thing that the two of them are working through. That's owning where you are, your illness, your situation, and working with those that you love to bless their lives and not let all of that leak all over the place. Well, if somebody is not working with doctors, is refusing to take medication, will not see a therapist or other professionals, and has the explosion, and will not let the wife or the husband instead blame them that their mood is because of that, or their illness is because nobody will get them the medication or nobody takes care of them when they are not actually taking care of themselves very well, that is what turns to abuse. So I want you to hear this again. Not their fault that they have the condition. Absolutely their responsibility to manage it or to let others manage it. So let's take this into money for just a minute. If you know that your significant other who is in a relationship with money with you, that they are abusing money, not being responsible, not protecting those that they're in charge of protecting, being greedy, in other words, like a cookie monster, I want this, I want it now, and making everybody miserable if they can't have it, and everyone else in the house is suffering or struggling because of those decisions, then honestly, if you were my friend, I wouldn't lend you out to him or her. It's the same thing with God. I do not make my husband my God, who is supposed to take care of me. I don't. I have a relationship with my God that's completely independent of my husband. I have a relationship with money that is completely independent of my husband. Now, my husband is not abusive. He has a relationship with money that is his own. Is it my relationship? No. Do I agree with the way that he does money? No, not necessarily. He doesn't agree with the way that I do it either. Have you ever had, like, I have a friend that I'm besties with and somebody else doesn't like them, and they have a friend that really fills them up and you don't like that friend? Okay. It's kind of the same thing. It's okay. It's okay. And we do have a combined relationship with money that is in agreement with how we do the things that matter to keep the lights on and food on the table and the house. And if there's a disagreement there, then we come together and say, okay, here's what we need to do about this. I have my own money for my business. He has his own money for his hobbies. And we have our money together. That is a very different model than my parent. The problem comes in dependency. If someone is dependent on you and they are wasting your money, you have a right, and I want to say this very clearly. You have a right to protect your money. And I want you to hear this as a in the conversation. Hey, money, what would you like me to know about you? And the conversation comes back. You keep giving me to someone who's abusing me. Have I hurt you? Yeah, you've abandoned me because the things that I'm being used for, they're not helpful to anyone. And I'm here on this earth to bless the lives of others. And the use of me right now is exploitive. I'm being exploited. I'm not being used in a way that's serving, in a way that's loving, in a way that's kind. Please don't. Please don't give me away because I'm going to be sent out into places that I don't want to participate in. But you could say he's going to be mad or she's going to be really upset with me. So this is a tricky one for sure. This is why this walk and talk with money is so important. Hey, money, what would you love me to know about you today? I would love you to know that I need to be protected. Have I hurt you? Yeah. You kind of just let me be with people that don't take care of me. How do you feel about me? I would just love you to please, I love you. And I see that when you send me out into places, it's not helping you. I'm here to help you. I'm right here, right? So if you're starting a new relationship with money, part of that relationship is being willing to hear, being willing to act, being willing to trust. This is a very sacred relationship. God's construct is money. He's there to help. Now, yesterday, I required a large sum of money. I was nervous about finding it, getting a loan for it, whatever that I needed, although God was telling me to do a thing. So I sat and asked money, hey, money, I would love to know, is this a place where you would love to serve me? If I do this, does that feel good to you? Like we're doing a thing. And money answered and said, yes, 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 this is what I've been waiting for. This is what we're going to do. And I didn't have money, thousands of dollars. I didn't have it. And I said, all right, money, I'm willing. I need you to show up. I need you to tell me where you are. I had to do a lot of work. I had to do a lot of getting rid of my own pride, letting a door be slammed and saying, okay, what's next? Where else do I go? What else do I do? And I was able to secure the money that I needed in a very safe way that is not risking or jeopardizing anything. She was right there and she told me how and where and what to do. Now, it wasn't like money disappeared in my bank account or that somebody called up and offered me a bunch of money. I had to let go of my fear that people were going to judge me or that it was wrong. I'd had the conversation and it was a miracle. And I will tell you that money and God worked together because of the opportunity that's here. I had a conversation in my letters to God, because I write letters every day. In that letters to God, I said, if this is yours, I hear it. I feel that it is. I don't want to ever regret the decision or the time that I need to take in this. So, Father, I really need you to make sure that I have some signs that this is you, that this is not me chasing after something that money doesn't want to be a part of. So I'm going to let you do this how you're going to do it, but I need some signs. And what happens? 11th hour. And I know in the way that everything happened, there is absolutely, who's going to cry, no doubt in my mind. And God is stretching me and he's calling me to something new and big and awesome. And because of that experience that I had with money and God working together on my behalf, I am very committed to what's going on. I'm very solid in my next step and what's happening. Money showed herself to me and said, please come find me. I'm right here. And this is how I want to be used. God did a thing. It's so great. So what would you love to feel? Would you love to feel safe? Or would you love to feel stretched out? Would you love to feel provided for? Or would you love to feel panicked? It is all within your ability. So the first step that you do is say, what would I love to feel? Regardless of who's around. I would love to feel this really peaceful friendship and relationship with money. Okay, the question is, are you willing to do what is necessary in order to have that peace? Even if it means not having peace with the people that are within your financial life that are causing so much pain. That could be a boss. That could be working or volunteering and not being paid and then not having the money that you need because you're doing all of the things that you need to do for somebody in service, but Money's like, you're not listening. I'm right here. I'm over here. You keep blaming me for not showing up, but you're over there. I'm over here. I'm calling to you. Please come to where I'm at. This talk and walk with money is so powerful. So I hope, my friend, that helped. I love you all. I hope these walk and talks help you. If they do, will you please share them? Because my goal is to help people find connection to themselves and ignite the belief. I would love you to be ignited in your belief about you and your relationship with your money. Not in a great big rah rah out there, you can do it way, shouting at money to come, believing in money when she's over there, he's over there, saying, look, I'm right over here. And you're taking all of it, right? You're taking all of it into another space. I would love people to thrive in a holy and peaceful way. I am seeking people who are seeking holy empowerment. I want to walk with them. I want to lead them through mindset shifts that get them into that place where they are comfortable in their own skin. They're comfortable in their standing with God. They're loving and compassionate with people, even when people are not loving and compassionate with them. Please let me ignite your belief. Please share this so that other people can find it. I want you to know that you matter to me. What you're struggling with matters to me. Please, if you've got a question or something like this, will you please just send me a message and let me talk about it? Because you're not the only one who struggles with this. I would love to address it. So thank you so much for that. All right. I love you all. Have a really, really beautiful, beautiful day today.